Hi Leo, welcome to your June general reading. So it's going to be now to the end of the month. Whenever you see this, it's applicable. I feel such good energy with you guys. It feels like, a lot of the signs of kind of getting that transformation type vibe, but this feels like peace. Even if you're in transformation, in transition, in like this in-between movement, it feels like there's peace. There's like this guidance. There's this direction. I feel like, and I feel like already, if this is your reading, you will know it. Again, this is a broad general reading, so it's not going to apply for everybody. But this feels like, it's telling me, with the angel cards I already pulled, that's telling me kind of the weather of the situation. That there's a healing that occurred in the first three cards that have come out, and then it says peace. No matter where you are or what you're doing, inner peace is always possible. All it takes is a subtle shift in awareness. Think love and peace will follow. Like, this feels very tranquil to me. This feels very nice. So maybe you're headed somewhere, but it feels like there's not a lot of variables. Like, I know this is my path. I know I'm supposed to go this way. Thank you for letting me do what I love to do and being paid for it, for example. Or thank you for having brought me the person that I've been looking for. Even if it's not there, have that prayer. Know it's already there, available to you. Do those guided meditations that, expand your aura to invite your soulmate in. Do this, subtle work to be at peace with trust and surrender. All right, not to be all preachy, but it just feels very peaceful, these cards. So that's how I'm feeling. All right, let's get a central energy for Leo. Let's get a central energy for Leo for the month of June. What's the central energy for Leo? What's the central energy for Leo? Ooh. Two cards. The World and Page of Wands. Travel again, here you go, and a new direction. It can just be a passionate direction that you're headed towards. It doesn't even have to be new. But the world, this is a pretty big ending to a cycle. You could have been somewhere for a long period of time. You could have been doing something for a long period of time. But the world signifies kind of a wrapping up of that energy and going in a new direction, especially here paired with the Page of Wands. The world, so nice, so peaceful. I already know where I'm headed. It's the same energy. It's lovely. What's helping or hindering this? What's helping or hindering this? Travel, movement, direction, and it has to do with wands. What we're passionate about. This can't be for everybody. I hope it is, but whoever this is meant to come to their ears, I feel like it's going to resonate. And if not now, maybe by the end of the month, because it feels like we're just going. We're in flow. We're in purpose. We've got this. We already know what we want. We're moving towards it. Magician, our higher self, our subconscious. We have been manifesting this. Maybe this is life. We've been manifesting this move. Whatever it is, we have the tools. We have the know-how. We have the skill set. We have been studying it. We are the magician. This is also kind of, the alchemist, turning negative situations or, lead into gold. You could be a healer. You have all the tools to be successful in whatever it is you're moving forward towards. Feels like growth. What's in the past? Yeah, you're leaving behind a situation. Maybe it's, with the site, the world here in the center, it could have been a whole different life you left behind. This could be like broad, long-term type energy, or this can just be like, I'm ready to leave this current situation, so I'm moving into this new place, this new job, whatever this new energy is in life. But it doesn't feel like, it doesn't really feel negative though to me. It just feels like, okay, time to move on, time to go. What's the current energy? Feels like it wasn't mentally fulfilling enough. I'm ready for a challenge now. What's the current energy for Leo? Yeah. I also wasn't quite emotionally satisfied. I'm ready for a new challenge emotionally too. Maybe this is I'm ready to attract in, soulmate love. I'm ready. I have the space now in my heart. I've done a lot of healing. I've walked away from things that, didn't serve me emotionally or mentally. And I've been manifesting this new beginning for quite some time. What's the future energy for Leo? What's the future energy for Leo? The High Priestess, yeah, higher knowledge, the occult, secrets, the keeper of the unseen. This is, I always think of the High Priestess, as something that the things that can only be learned through experience as well. Things that you can't read in books. This is the higher knowledge, the wisdom. She's like the female shaman. This is in your future, learning something of higher knowledge. Coming into this position, maybe you're working on your intuition, maybe you're being more connected to source. Maybe it's just, watching tarot, opening up your mind in that kind of way. To me, tarot is a nice kind of initiation into this world. It helps you open up your third eye. Oh, Nine of Cups. Your position of power. Following things that feel like fulfillment emotionally. This is your north star on your compass. How does that feel? Nine of Cups. Emotionally fulfillment. Emotionally fulfilling. Okay. Does that feel good? Okay. Does that feel like a 5 or 6 on the scale? Maybe I'll wait. Maybe I'll be patient to see if something else comes in. Another option. Nine of Cups, though. It feels like you have something pretty good here that you're moving towards. What's in Leo's environment? What's in Leo's environment? Two of Cups. Making that space for love. You've been doing the work. You've been doing the spiritual work. This is also balance. This is also healing. This is also equal give and take for your efforts. So being compensated accordingly to what you deserve. So this could be also a payday, I feel. Manifesting, wish fulfillment, balance, returning to life. It's been through deep personal work, though. It hasn't been an easy path, I don't feel. I've had to walk away from things that truly weren't fulfilling. Big end of cycle. What does Leo need to know? What's in their position of what they need to know? Strength. She's taming that beast of doubt, fear, anything lower vibration. I'm not enough. It's not going to come for me. Anything like that. I don't know if I can do it. Anything like that. You're no less capable than anybody else that's ever done it. It's like that. It's making me think back to like competitive sports. I'd say about at least a third of it, because I used to be a professional swimmer. A third of it at least is visualization, manifestation, imagining yourself winning, knowing you're a winner. You see those boxers get up before the fight night and they look at each other. It's kind of uncomfortable, but it's like this power play of knowing. I know I'm going to win. I know I'm going to kick your butt. I know I'm going to make this work. It's that knowing. I feel like there's a peace about it too. Like, yeah, I can do this. I've got this. And you're getting to that place now. This peace, okay, I've been directed on this path for a reason. I can do this. If it's a job that, I don't know if I can I even, am I even capable? Cut that from your mind. What's the outcome for Leo? What's the outcome for Leo? The Fool. What a beautiful, clear reading. The Fool, he's looking up. He's, quote unquote, ignorant because he doesn't see the misstep ahead. It's, this deep, dark abyss, or there's land. We don't know. He's about to take that step though, but he's looking up at the sunshine because it feels right. He knows, there's an inner knowing. And he's packed really light because he's left a lot of his baggage behind. It's a beautiful metaphor for, passing through this world and energy. The last card of the tarot deck, it's an ending. First card out was the ending. Last card out is the new beginning. What a beautiful reading. Oh my goodness. And at the bottom of the deck, building. But building financially. Let's pull some more cards since that reading was super quick. That was just bread and butter, like very clear cut. Makes sense, goes together, like wonderful reading. I know what I'm doing. I feel, again, not a lot of moving variables. It's like there's a clear challenge. There's clearly something I'm moving away from. There's clearly that end of that cycle, of that period of whatever it is. Maybe it's a big cycle of life. Maybe it's just from last month. But I'm on this path of the listening to my intuition, listening to what feels good, healing myself by also making healthy life decisions towards what feels right for me. Screw the rest. They don't know me. They're not me. They haven't walked in my shoes. I'm making these calculated risks. I'm the fool. I know that regardless if beyond this step there's ground or there's not, there's still, I will still be caught by the universe. It will still be a feather bed at the bottom, What additional messages will help Leo this month? Would be helpful for Leo to know this month. What additional messages would be helpful? Blessings of the Supreme Being. Aloha Keakua. Oh, it's one of my favorite songs if you listen to Nako and Medicine for the People. It's a beautiful music video if you feel drawn to it. I think some of his fans made it. Aloha Keakua. Anyways, let's read it. Okay. These these explanations are a little bit long, so I'm not going to read the entire thing, but let's read this. It says, Blessings of the Supreme Being, Aloha Keakua, the Divine is love. The Supreme Being from which all life emanates manifests a blessing for you. The realm of the heart is love's temple. When you enter the heart, you gain access to the Great One and to the mana, the power, authority, grace, and magnetism to manifest your divine destiny. Trust in what is meant for you. Surrender doubt and disconnection, in favor of love and respect for the Great One, and you shall live your true destiny with joy in your heart. Love can and will conquer all. In a reading, a blessing is coming to you now. Things do not need to be complicated. When you are confusing yourself with too many variables, too much information of fear and doubt, focus on filling your heart with love and let everything else go. Whoa, what a wonderful confirmation for me. But for your reading, this is all really tying together. The Great One will handle all matters in your life if you open your heart to divine guidance and let go with faith. This will not make you passive, rather it will allow you to feel inspired to take only the most helpful actions. This oracle indicates an answered prayer and that the Divine One has you covered in a situation of concern to you. You are healing and deepening your relationship with the divine. The spiritual guidance, it says, you have an empowered and open heart that is capable of receiving divine presence. This is a sacred gift that must be protected. Protect the temple of your heart from becoming clouded by fear or lack of forgiveness. The purity and strength of your heart flows from your loving relationship with the Supreme Being, whatever your image of that being may be. Allow yourself to trust unconditionally in your divine relationship and that your affairs will work out beautifully. Sometimes we sense a significant purpose for our lives, a task that could benefit the greatest good. Or there may simply be an issue that you need to confront in order to grow spiritually, but your mind is afraid to let go. In such moments of doubt or concern, or even in those perhaps slightly rarer moments where you may feel like a super being capable of anything at all, it's important to remember that the truth about the role of the Supreme Being in our hearts and our lives. We need to do our part to fulfill our destinies, and the Great One needs us to trust and allow for divine love to be our nourishment, divine grace to be our empowerment. The truth is, we cannot fulfill our divine destinies without mana. This is the authority, grace, and power that the divine has instilled within us, and that which will continue to help us cultivate and express through the guidance that we feel in our hearts. For every purpose that has been given to you, there is also the divine gift of the power to accomplish it. It is only through divine relationship that we can tap into these gifts and make the sacred purpose for our lives a reality in the world. You are one of the souls with a purpose and a big heart, big enough to be concerned about the spiritual vitality of the many. True spiritual purpose like this cannot be consolidated into a job. It's a way of being. When you recognize that the Great One is in all things, has power beyond that, what the intellectual can understand, and is generous and empowering of the purpose of all souls, then you will be ready to express and grow your mana, your holy power in the world. Beautiful, beautiful kind of full circle reading. This was, the clearest, most uncomplicated reading, and I feel like that's, indicative of the path you're walking this month. Very clear, very laid out, very obvious. Path of least resistance, though, this month. Don't doubt. Allow. Thank you. So, all right, Leo, I hope this reading helped. Interesting. I loved it. I'm a Leo rising, so it's my reading too. I wish you guys all the very best. And yeah, I think that's all I have for you guys. All right. Thanks, guys.